Hello, friends. You would have heard a lot of financial advice that makes you wonder not how can you do this, but rather how can this even be done? Every single time we try to save money, there will always be something or the other that stops us from doing so. The reason for this is our lack of knowledge about financial management. In short, we do not know how to manage money. I was stuck in the spider's web too. Luckily for me, at that time, the path was shown by the book The Psychology of Money. In this video, we are going to share 19 lessons that I learned from reading this book. By the end of this video, you will realize that managing finances is not by magic, but by logic. Welcome to Life Unblocked. This is 19 lessons from The Psychology of Money book. 1. Luck versus risk. Let's say I do a very solid analysis and buy a share. There is an 80% chance that this share will be profitable. But due to my bad time, I was part of the 20%. And I encountered a loss. Similarly, what I thought was a bad decision gave me tremendous profits. So, does a good decision become a bad one if it does not give profits? No, because some things are out of your control. Shit happens. Chance plays a huge role in our economic outcome. That is luck. For example, we all know Bill Gates was successful. But the secret to his success is luck. Because his was the only school in the entire state that had a computer. If that computer was not there in that school, then Bill Gates might not have been in the script. So the key takeaway here is, do not let go of opportunities that come to you. That can turn into the luck that you need. Number 2, enough. We want more of everything. Power, bigger car, bigger house, bigger lifestyle, etc. This pursuit blocks us from understanding an important truth. The difference between rich behavior and rich mentality. It is important for us that someone should exclaim, "Hey, superb car," and those surrounding us think that we are a rich person. The truth is that this behavior is actually worth nothing. Instead, focus on your bank balance. That builds your wealth. This is rich mentality. There is a difference between buying a car with difficulty and having the freedom to buy a car whenever we please. This freedom is true wealth. It depends on your bank balance. So you have to focus on your bank balance, not your car garage. If you ask me how to increase your bank balance, it starts with having the mentality to say, "I have enough," whenever you get tempted to buy unnecessary things. As Morgan Housel says, the greatest discipline that you need to have is to stop moving your financial goalpost. Number 3, compound interest. When we see someone that has scaled the heights of success, we wonder, how did they do it? How come only they were able to do it while others could not? We focus on their end result. We are surprised by it. However, we do not take the time to understand where they started from or the process they followed. The huge tree of growth that you see now is actually the result of seeds of effort that they had put in years ago. The secret sauce between the seeds and trees is nothing but compound effect. For example, we all know that Warren Buffett is the greatest investor ever to be alive. However, only a few of us know that he started to invest from the age of 10. I'm not sure what you were doing at your age 10, but I'm sure it wasn't about studying about how to invest. When he started investing at age 10, he had $6,000. He made his first million 20 years later at age 30. At age 59, he had $3.9 billion. While these are really huge numbers, the power of compounding is so great that today, at age 90, he has about $132 billion of money. That means almost all of his money came after his retirement age. That is the power of compounding. So the key takeaway for us is, do not focus on the end result. Focus on the compound effect. Number 4, plan. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the nose. These are the words of Mike Tyson. What I'm saying is that we all have financial plans. However, if you imagine yourself to be the captain of the ship that is your financial plan, then you have to realize that the tsunami that is the recession does not announce before it hits you. If you have to steer through this tsunami of recession, then it is imperative for you to build a 6-month emergency fund. This will help you to ride through the tsunami and bring you home safely. Number 5, be a pilot of your finances. As they say, being a pilot is to be prepared for hours of boredom, punctuated by moments of sheer terror. So as an investor, you have to be prepared to do the same average investments, while the rest of the world around you is going crazy with all the ups and downs of the markets. Remember, you do not need time to time the market. Just give the market time to compound. Number 6. Freedom comes first. Even if you enjoy your job, it does not give you freedom. Then you have to quit it. Do only the things that will give you freedom. It is as simple as that. Number 7. No one gives a f***. You might be thinking, when you arrive in a supercar or when you wear an expensive outfit, then everyone surrounding you will be thinking about you and feeling jealous. The reality is, everyone is wrapped up in their own lives to care about you. Stop doing things with the thought of what others might think about you. Don't live life for others. Live it for yourself. Number 8. Be wealthy, not flashy. What does being rich mean? Your stuff being expensive? No. It lies in having the freedom to do what you want to do. For example, the former CEO of Apple, Steve Jobs, preferred to wear the same casual outfit every single day. However, it is said that he designed his own mask in the hospital. So this is the difference between wealthy and flashy. True richness depends on how much freedom you have to do what you want to do. Number 9. Be frugal. Savings should not be bracketed into a particular reason, such as to save for a house, to save for a car, etc. Savings should actually be for the pleasure of saving. It should be focused towards saving for financial freedom. This is because the things that you buy won't give you long-term happiness, and you already know this. So save for the freedom that will give you the happiness in long term. Number 10. The odds. There are more people that have lost money in the stock market than there are people that made money off it. The reason for this is impatience. The thought that we should make immediate profits leads us to make the wrong decisions. The thing about stock market is, if you give it the necessary time, then it will give you returns that are much more predictable and better than you expected. For example, there is a 50% chance to get profit in a day. In a year, 66% chance of profit. In 10 years, 88% of chance. In 20 years, 100% chance. So instead of timing the market, simply give the market more time to make profit for you. Number 11. Tell your own future. Why do we go to work? What for? Are we just used to going to work? Is it giving me that satisfaction from life? Is it helping me achieve my future goals? If these are thoughts that run through your head every night, then trust me, this is not the job for you. Because work is supposed to give you a sense of wholesomeness, of purpose, happiness, hope that you can manage your expenses. If your job is not fulfilling any of these, then what is the point of doing something that only takes care of your current bills? Don't forget your future needs while you are addressing your present needs. So the job should not only fulfill your financial needs, but also bring you happiness now and in the future. Number 12. Volatility and uncertainty. As mentioned before, in the stock market, there is a 100% certainty that you will achieve profits when you invest in a longer term, such as 20 years. However, there is a price to pay for those benefits. What is it, you may ask? The fees isn't money, but your patience. The market is filled with volatility. It's supposed to go up and down, and it cannot be predicted accurately. A lot of people that engage in trading in the short term often cut their losses when the market goes down. But the fact of the matter is that you make the most money when you buy more when the market is down. So your patience, even when the market is down, actually is the secret that will bring you success. Number 13. You are not me. As far as financial advice is concerned, you have to listen to others, but make up your own mind. This is because all those who are advising you only speak in generic terms of what might work. However, only you know your specific goals and requirements, so you should make your own financial plan and customize it as per your own needs. Number 14. Negativity sells. You yourself know that negative news travels much faster than positive news. For example, if someone says they saw God, no one believes him. However, claim that you saw a ghost and everyone wants to hear your story. Similarly, an article that says a particular share has 50% chance of rising will generate lesser news than another one that says there is a 50% chance of this share value dropping in the next year. This sort of clickbaiting is so common that I'm sure you can see thousands of such negative articles spun around every day. Number 15. Avoid appealing fiction. A lot of us don't invest because we convince ourselves that the timing is not right. If the market is down, then we say that we already knew it was going to be that way, and you have a lot of examples to back yourself up on that. Similarly, if the market is up, then you are sure that the market will fall down again, and you have a lot of examples to back yourself up on that too. This is what is called appealing fiction. The result of such appealing fictions is that it will not let you invest in any stock market or real estate or such investments. Remember, without investing, one can never become rich. So keep your appealing fictions to one side and start investing in the long term. Number 16. Less ego, more wealth. As Morgan Housel says, savings is the difference between your income and your ego. If you make the choice to refrain from making an expense today in favor of having more options for yourself in the future, then you will end up being wealthy. So without practicing delayed gratification and by making expenses today, you cannot create wealth, even when you're earning at the highest levels of income. Number 17. Sleep at night. Whatever the opportunity and its promise returns, if it is causing you stress, then it is time for you to change the way that you look at them. Losing sleep over your investments will not have any difference on the outcome. Moving forward, when you're making any investment, add the question of, will it cost me sleepless nights into your list of considerations. If the answer is yes, then avoid that investment. No investment is worth your stress. Number 18. Investing does not have to be complex. The biggest hurdle to anyone that starts their investment journey is where to put their money. Stocks, real estate, business, options, bonds, a lot more choices available for them. But this confuses and overwhelms a new investor. Keep it simple and invest in an index fund. Set up a systematic investment plan that puts the same amount of money every month. You don't have to worry about market fluctuations, as you will be investing over a long period of time, so you will be dollar cost averaging the market and will definitely get profits over longer periods of investments. Finally, 19. Embrace some risk. Whatever said and done, investing in the stock market means you are taking some level of risk. This is because you're bringing your money from a savings account, which is considered safe, into the market. But realize something. Saving in cash only reduces your purchasing power and value of money over time. So take calculated risks. Embrace some risks in order to keep your wealth growing over time. In conclusion, these 19 lessons are what I learned from the Psychology of Money book, and I'm happy to share this with you through this video. I have also put up the links to this book as well as some of the best finance books that I have read and mentioned in this video. Feel free to purchase them through the links shared. Thanks for watching Life Unblocked, where we look to inspire you one video at a time.